Welcome to the Mama Needs a Moment podcast. We're your hosts, Chrissy and Cindy, co-founders of Her Health Collective, and moms who totally get the chaos of juggling it all.
But here's the thing, your well-being matters. That's why we're on a mission to change the way moms take care of themselves.
We bring you quick 10 to 15 minute bite-sized episodes packed with expert advice on women's health, parenting, and self-care, plus real-life tips you can use right now.
So take a deep breath, grab your lukewarm cup of coffee, and let's make these moments count. Today's guest is here to help us unpack something so many moms wrestle with: hesitation. We're talking about the hidden cost of waiting, second guessing, and playing it safe. Our episode is titled The High Cost of Hesitation: How Inaction is Holding Moms Back. And we're going to dive into all of it with none other than Khiara Cureton. Khiara is an executive career and wealth coach who helps ambitious moms step into their leadership, boost their incomes, and build financial freedom without sacrificing their personal lives. She's the founder of AncHER Co., where she coaches women on career strategy, salary negotiation, and leadership development. With a background in operations leadership and corporate strategy, Khiara knows firsthand what it takes to move forward with confidence and what it costs when we don't. Her passion? Helping high-achieving women stop playing small, start owning their ambition, and take up space in leadership and wealth-building conversations. Let's jump into this powerful conversation and start turning hesitation into action. Hi, Khiara. Thanks so much for being here with me.
Thank you so much for having me. Very excited for this conversation today.
Yes, me too. I am guilty of hesitation. I actually just put this temporary tattoo on my arm that says faith over fear, because fear is what makes me hesitate a lot. But what I'd like to start our conversation with is by identifying the patterns. There's a lot, I'm sure, that goes into this. What are the most common ways hesitation shows up for moms in their careers and finances? Help me understand, help all of our listeners understand, what does hesitation actually look like in life for working moms?
Sure. So many examples here, but the most common ones that I see when I work with my clients are, for example, not negotiating a salary or a raise, right? So the pattern is, thinking, oh, I should be so grateful for what I have, and accepting the very first offer, or just even skipping the conversation altogether, right? And so an example could be, you get back from maternity leave and your salary stays the same, although your workload has increased, right? So you're hesitating to have the conversation. You're fearful to have the conversation. And again, it's that framing of, I don't want to seem ungrateful. I'm just grateful to have a job. I'll prove myself. While I can almost promise you that your male colleagues are definitely having that conversation, right? That
Sure.
hard conversation. So that's just one example. Another one is delaying career transition. So waiting for the right time. When the kids are older, I'll focus on me, whether I'm hesitating to apply for that promotion or switch industries or start a business. And that thought is, my family needs the stability right now, which that's true, but you can't pour from an empty cup. So you need to be fulfilled as well in what you're doing and not delaying everything based on everyone around you other than yourself.
Oh my gosh, those definitely touch home for me, especially holding back from starting something new. My kids were a little bit older when we started the business, Chrissy and I together, and I needed the push from a partner for sure to get over that hesitation and just have that push forward. So I relate to that a lot. And in there was mindset shifts that
the hardest part.
I needed to make in order for me to overcome that hesitation. Can you talk us through some of the mindset shifts? So once a mom realizes that she's been playing it safe or holding back, what kind of internal shift needs to happen for her to move forward?
Sure. I'll give you some examples. So I feel like another common one that I often hear is we all stress about, are we doing enough? Are we a good mom, right? So changing that narrative of I'm a good mom if I sacrifice XYZ to I'm a great mom when I'm fulfilled, right? So that old belief of a good mom puts everyone and everything, the children and family first always, to that new belief of I'm a much better engaged mom when I'm energized, fulfilled, and financially secure, right? So that mindset shift, I mean, listen, motherhood, as we both know, I truly say it's a mirror, right? So that doesn't mean abandoning your dreams, kind of as if you were talking to your child. Like you wouldn't tell your child to abandon their dreams, their desires, and so forth. It really just means designing a life where all of that is in alignment and all of that can coexist: family, career, financial health, and so forth. So that's one that I hear quite often. Another one is, I need to be perfect. So I need to be perfect, and transitioning that to, progress beats perfection. Much easier said than done. This is one that I'm still working on myself, but, I have to have everything figured out before I take the next step, right? That's kind of our old belief versus, clarity comes through taking action, not overthinking, not having the perfect plans for everything. So that, in my opinion, when you take action, even small micro movements, that's what creates the confidence. That's what helps build that overall momentum and clients.
That makes so much sense. It sounds to me like when you're working with your clients, you're also working with a lot of limiting beliefs and you're
Yes.
helping them overcome those limiting beliefs. And do you do that also around money? Because that is huge.
Yes. Yes. Actually, the first part of us working together and through our coaching is all about mindset. And I know a lot of times people are like, oh, that's woo woo. I'm fine. I'm fine. But until you start to peel the layers of that onion, I feel like once you get really deep and you understand the why in your finances, in your hesitation, in your motherhood, etc., that's what really helps you to launch forward to the next step. You got to peel that onion.
You're right. The onion is a perfect example of that. There's so many layers. I've been working on it for years, just trying to understand where these beliefs stem from. And it's crazy the messages that I adopted without even realizing it. Do you love our real, unfiltered conversations on motherhood? Help us keep them going.
By becoming a patron, you're not just helping us keep the podcast going, you're fueling meaningful conversations, supporting moms, and helping us bring on even more incredible expert guests. Plus, you'll get access to exclusive perks like behind the scenes content, bonus episodes, and a deeper connection to our Her Health Collective community.
Join us today and be part of something special, because every mom deserves a moment. Let's make sure we can keep creating them together. Can you talk a little bit about what a typical time with your client would be, like from the start to finish, perhaps when you start? How many sessions do you usually have with your clients?
Yeah. So our coaching program is a 12-month program. And I know people are like, 12 months. Oh my gosh, that's so long. But the reality is we're moms, we're women, we're busy, right? And I believe in small micro habits. I'm not trying to change your life overnight. I want us to create small micro habits that are going to sustain a lifetime. And so the first couple of months, we are doing a lot of touch points, uncovering, your money story, to your point about, the messages that were fed to you when you were 4, whether it be with Barbies, whether it be the church plate, like all these messages that we're getting as women and that we carry with us to adulthood. That's one. And then understanding your career, right? Like, where do you have hesitation there? What is your limitations there? Did people tell you can't be XYZ because you need to be something else? And then just really getting clear with yourself. So that's a lot of that first work. We'll get to the budget, we'll get to the, the resume review and all of that. But I really like to start at the core, because then I think that really brings clarity. And then the second part of that, we meet twice a month, just making sure we're implementing. I'm supporting you the full 12 months and thereafter, of course, because I'm always cheering for my mamas. And then it's just maintenance mode at that point. So it's a long journey, but I really want the work that we do to sustain.
Oh, it makes a lot of sense, because you can't break through some of the mindset patterns that you have in a really short period of time.
Correct. Yeah.
Like I said, I've been doing this for years and I'm still uncovering places where I have these silent messages that are just playing on record in my head and just over and over and over, that make me just feel less than, or, make me hesitate.
Right. And kudos to you for recognizing, right? Like, that's the hard work. And that's why, honestly, the work would probably go beyond the 12 months. I would love to continue to work with everyone forever, but it truly does take time when you're honest with yourself and you're really trying to do that work. It's really hard work. So
Yeah.
to everyone who does that and just
And
start.
is it a group program or is it individual?
Right now it is one-on-one. We'll eventually get to group, but right now it is direct one-on-one.
Gotcha. Oh, it sounds amazing. And it's all part of your business called AncHER Co. And
Yes.
explain the
Yes.
AncHER, H-E-R part.
Yes. So, I had, I knew I wanted her in the word, but long story short, I decided to go think of a ship anchor, right? And what does a ship anchor do to a boat or to a ship? And so for me, it was just a play on words, but I really wanted women to feel grounded in themselves, in their career, and in their money. And plus, the anchor has kind of the three spokes, if you will. So it
Uh-huh.
just all made sense.
It does. It's great.
Yes, I
Plus, I
could see
mean, I
it.
might be partial because the her is perfect for her health collective as well.
Yes,
So it's a great
exactly,
blending
exactly.
of everything. Before I move on to my last question for you, I would love it if you could share something in your life that you've had to make a mindset shift. I mean, you're working with moms, you're helping them change their mindset. I'm sure you've had to tackle a bunch on your own.
Yes, absolutely. And so what I've had to change a lot, financial, examples pop up for me. But one thing is more so in my motherhood and what does motherhood look like, right? Again, we were fed these messages when we were younger, Barbie and Ken, whatever that may have looked like in your
Exactly.
life, or just actual real life examples, right? And so for me, I've always been ambitious, right? And I think ambition kind of gets, some people love it, some people don't like it, and that's fine. But I always just strive to do more in my career, to be challenged. And I did not want that to be diminished when I became a mother. But I was like, oh, am I going to be a good mother if I'm not, doing XYZ? And so for me, I had to get comfortable with saying, this is what I want my motherhood to look like. This is how I want to show up in motherhood for my son, but this is also how I want to show up in my career. And so it's a daily, and business too, right? So it's a daily conversation I have with myself. It's like those 10 minutes of mindless scrolling on Instagram or 10 minutes of screen-free time where I'm literally turning over my phone so I can't see any notifications popping up and playing with my son for those direct, 10 to 15 minutes. And I'm looking him in his eyes and so forth. So that is one of the biggest daily shifts. He's 4 years old right now. So still needs a lot of love and attention and still wants it from me. But just that notion of what does being a good mother look like for Khiara?
Oh, I love it. And when you said still likes the cuddles, I mean, I have a 12 and 15-year-old and they still like the cuddles. So
That's
cross my
awesome.
fingers that
Yes.
yours still
Yes,
embraces
that's good.
that.
I haven't heard it go that far, but I'm glad.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, taking bold steps is empowering. I know when we started the business and we started to make differences in moms' lives, it feels so, so good. But I also want to be real and saying that I'm juggling a lot. Moms are juggling a lot. I want to talk a little bit now about setting us up for success, setting moms up for success in their careers and finances. How do we do this without adding more stress or falling into burnout? Basically, taking that overwhelm and saying, see you later to,
Right. And
to that.
making it all manageable, right?
Yeah.
There's a couple of things that I recommend.
A huge shout out to our Patreon subscribers. Your support truly means the world to us. Thanks to you, we are able to continue the weekly production of Mama Needs a Moment and getting this valuable information from these incredible guests out to you, our listeners. This final question has been recorded as a bonus and is available for our Patreon subscribers to go listen to right now. Be sure to log into your Patreon account and have a listen. If you're not a subscriber, we'd love to have you. The link is in the show notes. This has been wonderful. I have really enjoyed my time talking to you, and all of the pointers and the feedback that you've given have just been really helpful. So thank you, Khiara, so much for this time.
Thank you so much for having me.
That's a wrap. You carved out a few moments just for yourself, and that's a big deal.
We understand that time is limited, but we've got your back, which is why we keep these episodes short, sweet, and packed with goodness.
Don't miss a thing. Hit the follow button so you're always the first to know when a new episode drops. If you had as much fun as we did, let us know by leaving a review.
And remember to let other moms know that we're here doing motherhood alongside you. Grateful to share a few moments taking care of you.